Hello, University of Alaska faculty members. I'm Kate Quick, your United Academics Union Organizing Manager. This video, Career Advancement 101, Preparing for Tenure and Promotion, is designed for tenure track and tenured faculty members who are preparing for tenure and promotion or promotion to full professor. We have separate videos on fourth year review, post-tenure reviews, and non-tenure track promotion. Those are located on our United Academics YouTube channel. The tenure and promotion reviews are comprehensive and retrospective. You'll compile a virtual binder showcasing your work and your accomplishments for the entire period under review. Making a virtual binder can be challenging, and each of our universities has different approaches, so ask your provost's office for guidance specific to your university's virtual binder procedure. If you're on the tenure track, you have to stand for tenure by year 7 of employment, but you can also go up early for tenure. Article 9 in the CBA, starting on page 20, covers the details of these processes and is linked below in the video description. Additional requirements from the CBA likely exist in each university's faculty handbook. Those are located on each provost's website, and each provost's site is linked below in the video description. More criteria and requirements likely exist in your unit criteria for your local college or your program. So you'll want to make sure to review your unit criteria too. Ask your colleagues if you're not sure where to find your unit criteria. It's your responsibility to notify your supervisor that you plan to stand for tenure and promotion, including from associate to full professor, no later than the last day of the contract period in the spring before your file will be due. Notify your supervisor in writing, even if you've also told them verbally. If you are currently an assistant professor, you should pursue promotion and tenure together with one file. If you are an associate professor standing for promotion to full professor, you can stand for promotion before or after your first post-tenure review, and those happen every 6 years after receiving tenure. For more details on all this and the full timeline for comprehensive promotion evaluations, look at CBA Article 9.2.6 on page 29. And again, that's linked below in the video description. What you see on the screen here is a screenshot of required items in your promotion file. This list is found in CBA Article 9.2.3, Evaluation for Promotion, on page 25, and Article 9.2.4, Evaluation for Tenure, on page 26. Note that promotion and tenure files require external review letters, while your fourth year review file did not. When you notify your supervisor that you plan to stand for tenure or promotion, provide them with the names of 2 external reviewers and an updated CV. External reviewers should be people you've worked with or interacted with professionally, and they can't work in the UA system. Note that another part of your file is your annual workloads. These should accurately reflect the work you've done each year. You should complete whatever is on your workload. If that hasn't happened, address any discrepancies between the workloads and the work you performed when you write your personal narrative. I encourage you to revise your workloads if your work changes mid-year so that the workload accurately reflects the work that you've done. Your personal narrative is going to be several pages long. It'll be challenging to contain it to that. It can be single-spaced. You want to keep it to under 10 pages, and 5 to 6 pages is probably ideal. You should be continually adding to your file to ensure that you don't leave anything out when it's time to compile your official file. This can mean just adding notes, things you've done, things you want to do. If you haven't started your file yet, start it now. And then anytime you do something worth noting, from conversations about possible projects or grant funding applications that you've submitted, or community outreach, university or department assistance or committee work, anything like that, make a note in your draft file. These notes can always be deleted when you prepare the actual file for submission, but you might forget important items if you haven't been keeping a draft with notes to remind you of everything you've done, because you will have done a lot in the time period under review. It will also be helpful for you to attend your university's workshops on promotion and tenure, and ask your provost's office if you need help learning how to compile a virtual binder or figuring out the requirements for the binder. Don't be shy about asking your colleagues if you can review their file to help you visualize how to organize your own. At each level of review, that's starting with the peer review, then the dean's review, the university-wide, and then the provost, and then up to the chancellor's. Before the chancellor's review, you can submit written responses to each review. These aren't required, but they're allowed and they're encouraged, especially if you think something was overlooked or you want to explain the context that led to negative comments in the review. It's really important to be respectful when you write your responses to reviews, and you can contact your union officers or your staff if you want someone to review your response before you submit it. To submit your responses, you'll follow the directions that your provost's office should provide for you. Deadlines for responses to reviews are laid out in Article 9.2.6, as are deadlines for the whole process. That's on page 29 of the CBA. It's really important to pay attention to those deadlines throughout the whole process. To sum things up, this is an exciting time in your career. Don't forget that. It's also a stressful time. Sometimes the stress can take over the excitement. You can reduce your stress by not waiting until the last minute to start your file. Start preparing it early whenever you have some downtime, or use your spare time. Review CBA Article 9, your university's faculty handbook, and your unit criteria. Don't be afraid to ask your colleagues for help and guidance, and that includes your UNAC vice presidents and other UNAC officers and your UNAC staff. All of our union contact information is on our website, unitedacademics.net, found in the Contact Us menu. It's also linked below in the video description. Your files are due to your supervisor by September 12th. Good luck.